We live in the days of the SIG P365 and the Springfield Hellcat, a time in which you get both 9mm and high capacity in a teeny tiny package. While this development is for itself very good, it's led to a slight decline in the niche that is called pocket pistols. While these used to rule, they're now of lesser importance. However, that does not mean there are something neither needed nor wanted. To the contrary, they still serve an important purpose. They can be carried no matter what style of dress you have. They're convenient to carry, and they're great for deep concealment for carrying in a less permissible surrounding. Apart from that, they're great backup guns that can be relied on when the main gun fails to do its work or after you've been disarmed, aka relieved of your primary carrying piece. If you're looking for a pocket pistol that's convenient to carry, easy to conceal, backs up your primary gun, or even serves as your primary gun in a deep concealment situation, look no further. With the following list of picks, you get some decent options. You can choose from this list what fits your personal needs and your special situation the best. Number 7. SIG P938. The SIG P938 is an especially interesting design. Inspired by the 1911, it comes with a single action-only trigger, controls that remind you of the 1911 design, and an external hammer. The best is, it packs quite a punch being chambered in 9mm. It features a manual safety and bullseye sights. When used with a full-size sight, you get a gun that's actually easy to shoot. This is a gun that makes you think how something like this is even remotely possible. The capacity is limited to 7 rounds in the standard steel mag. For a weight of 16 ounces, the length is 5.9 inches with a 3-inch barrel. Shooting 9mm out of such a small and light platform should be unpleasant, at least that's what you would expect. The reality, however, is that this gun is smooth and soft shooting. Does not kick your hand and has a great balance. That's owed to the all-metal frame and the design of John Browning that inspired it. Number 6. KELTEC P32. The KELTEC P32 has 3 big advantages. It's very affordable as it can be easily found for less than $300. It's very small, having been in production since 1999, and it was actually this gun that started the trend to more and smaller and modern pocket pistols. Finally, coming with a polymer frame, it's one of the lightest semi-automatic pocket pistols you can find on the market. It tips the scale at just 6.6 ounces. When it comes to the firepower, this gun is of course first and foremost small. That means you shoot tiny rounds with a limited capacity. The chambering is 32 ACP, and you get 7 rounds in a standard magazine. The gun itself comes with the beauty of simplicity. There's nothing on it that's not absolutely necessary. That keeps it very functional while at the same time making for a snag-free draw, even out of the deepest of pockets. A downside is the double action-only trigger. It takes some getting used to, but these are the compromises you have to accept when you take size as the one overriding priority that takes precedent over everything else. While the chambering is 32 ACP does limit the performance on the target, it does also make for a pleasant shooting experience. In small guns, even 380 ACP has the power to be rather snappy. Going with a smaller cartridge reduces the felt recoil considerably, what in turn allows for more accuracy, and shot placement is the one main source of terminal performance with a small cartridge like this. The SEECAMP 32 ACP comes with considerably more weight than the KELTEC P32, tipping the scale at 12 ounces. However, this does not only make it softer shooting, this gun is also the smallest you can find. The overall length is just 4.25 inches and the height is only 3.25 inches. This is what a pocket pistol should be. To make this gun easier to draw and bring into the fight, it's designed to be a belly gun, also known as a point-and-shoot pistol. It lacks any real sights as it's meant to be used at very short distances in a very short time. Anything longer or further away is just not within the scope of this little fellow. On the flip side, it's very easy to carry and can be drawn in the blink of an eye. The capacity is somewhat limited with just 6 rounds in the magazine, but that has to be expected for any platform of this size. Used right, it gives you enough punch to deal with a threat or to fight your way out of a bad situation. The action works with a delayed blowback system that's well designed and helps keeping it small and controllable. Number 4, BERETTA TOMCAT. The BERETTA TOMCAT is a handgun that's been around for a very long time. Over the years, it's been improved and it developed into a whole family of guns. When it comes to pocket pistols, that is your ultimate choice. The design comes with a double-action, single-action trigger. Especially the single-action pull is nice and crisp. In double action, you need a little bit more effort, but the pistol is not too bad. What makes this gun stand out of the crowd is its tip-up barrel. That allows people with weaker hands to load 1 round into the chamber without any racking. The magazine capacity is 7 rounds. That gives you a total of 8. The gun is a little bit heavy and wide, but as weight soaks up recoil, it's quite pleasant to shoot. Number 3, Ruger LCP2 LITERACK in .22 long rifle. Yes, the Ruger LCP2 or LCP Max can be had in 380 ACP. 380 ACP is more powerful than .22 long rifle, so why go for the Ruger LCP2 LITERACK in .22 long rifle? The answer to this question is as simple as it is true. When you shoot 380 ACP, you do not get a stellar performance to begin with. Often the hollow point projectiles either do not expand at all or the expansion is much less than ideal. However, cut the barrel short like in a Ruger LCP2, you'll lose even more expansion to the point that hollow points just behave like full metal jacket rounds. In short, you poke holes, and that is it. To make an impression on an attacker, these holes must be deep enough and directly leading to the parts of the body where they can count the most. Here, .22 long rifle, especially with modern self-defense loads, gives you the same performance. Tiny, but sufficiently deep holes. With less recoil, it'll be much easier for you to poke these holes exactly where they do the most damage, even without any effect of a normal hollow point like you would get from a 9mm round. As an added advantage, the LCP2 LITERACK is very easy to rack and with its low recoil, very easy to use. That allows people with compromised hand strength to use it as a self-defense tool. With almost no recoil, it's also no challenge to get the rounds on target and to do so quickly. With 10 rounds in the magazine and 1 in the chamber, you do have enough firepower to make an impression. That is even more true as with minimal training. You can do so with very fast follow-up shots. Number 2, Ruger LCP Max. When 32 ACP is just not enough for you, it's time to take a look at the Ruger LCP Max. This is a pocket pistol that gets you more firepower round by round and capacity vice. Chambered in 380 ACP, it's very small and can easily be used with any kind of clothing, short of swimwear. With a flesh-fitting mag, you get 10+1 rounds, and with the extended option, you can be increased to 12+1 rounds. For such a small pistol, that's quite decent. The recoil is still snappy, however, as with the LCP Max, is a little bit heavier and wider than the LCP series, especially the grip. You get some more control over it when shooting. However, it still needs some training and a firm grip to hit what you aim at, and to do so at an acceptable speed. If you're willing to put in the time, work, and money, then it's a very good pocket pistol for you. Number 1, Standard Manufacturing Switch. The switch from Standard Manufacturing is a very small revolver that folds into its grip, making it even smaller when carried. The grip acts as the built-in holster and offers full coverage of the trigger. This makes it from the point of view similar to a pocket knife. The cylinder holds 5 rounds depending on the model. These are either .22 long rifle or .22 Winchester Magnum rimfire, if you're looking for a little bit more power. You can easily fit it even into tight jeans for women. The fact that the revolver portion folds into the grip breaks up any line that would remind you of a gun. However, that also means that you do not have anything that's even remotely resembles normal sights. However, being extra small and light, it's meant for short-range engagements and something more of a last-ditch defense. The trigger single action only would take some training, but also makes the gun overall safer. Now, you might think that 5 rounds of .22 long rifle out of a single action only revolver are not much, but you're welcome to compare it to some friendly words when you have to defend yourself. You will see the value of 5 angry friends almost immediately. They're small, their firepower is limited, and they're not always that easy to shoot. But these downsides, you get a decent chance to defend yourself and to carry such a gun in almost any circumstance. It's hard to argue with. If you're looking for such a small platform, with our picks, you cannot go wrong. If you've shot one of them or own one, tell us in the comments and describe your experience with it.